What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Practice Go Battle League battles here in the Master Premier Cup. These battles were all taken from one of my Twitch live streams, which again, if you have not caught any of my live streams or followed me on Twitch, make sure to head on over there. You're going to be able to watch me battle live and even get the chance to battle with me. I do practice battles with viewers all the time, and that's actually exactly what you're seeing here. With all of these battles, I was trying to build a team that incorporated Swampert on the team. So you're going to see a couple different team comps as these battles go through. Some where I'm leading Swampert, some where I actually try Swampert as the safe swap, and then some where I keep Swampert in the back to try to hard punish Metagross or steel type swap in. So again, if you want to follow me on Twitch, the link is always down in the description. We always have a lot of fun over there. So this particular team comp, I was actually leading Togekiss. I had Swampert in the back. We'll have to see what else I had in the back, but Swampert on Metagross is a favorable scenario for Swampert, obviously. My Swampert is not running Earthquake, it is running Sludge Wave to give it a little bit more neutral damage against opposing Gyarados, and also Dragonites, which those are really going to be some of the worst matchups for Swampert. So I will shield that up. The fact that this Metagross is staying in this matchup kind of leads me to believe that there might be double steel in the back. Oh, it's actually a Togekiss in the back. So I need to burn this last shield and then do a little bit of chip damage on this Togekiss. I do get the last shield, and I'm just barely... Okay, I banked the Sludge Wave. And then I'm going to go for this Sand Tomb because in my head, I thought that... I thought that Swampert would win CMP against Togekiss, but actually this was a really terrible play because Togekiss actually wins CMP against Swampert. I should have just thrown the Sludge Wave immediately and I actually would have won that game, so huge fail on my part. But now we know Togekiss wins CMP against Swampert. Swampert lead this time, and it's a Swampert mirror match. Again, my Swampert is not running Earthquake, but I'm still going to build up to the Earthquake to try to bluff that I have it. And then I'm just going to throw the Hydro Cannon. This matchup is kind of dependent on who's going to get an extra Mud Shot in. And as you can see, my opponent just got a free Mud Shot, so this is really not that great. I'm going to be outpaced this entire time. So I'm constantly one Mud Shot behind in this matchup. And this might have even been the team where I'm running double steel in the back. I might be running double steel in the back, which would be very bad for me. Okay, I have Snorlax and Metagross in the back. So most likely going to bring out Snorlax here and get hit by one more Hydro Cannon, and then hopefully throw this Body Slam as soon as possible to avoid getting hit by another one. And I'm barely able to do it, that's good. Didn't get too greedy with the over farming. Body Slam will take out the Swampert. We will see what's in the back. In the back is a Togekiss. So I built up a lot of energy and then I swapped into my Metagross here. Now this is most likely a Flamethrower, so I will shield it up, continue to farm. And it's opposing Metagross in the back. So I'm actually going to go for the Meteor Mash bait here. My Snorlax still has stored energy. Luckily I get the shield. And this allows me to get to the Earthquake just in time. This is going to for sure take out the Metagross. And I'll be able to take that. And then the Bullet Punches are going to just absolutely shred this Togekiss here. And I'm able to get to another Meteor Mash. So this will be a pretty favorable win here. Let me know what you think of this cool stream layout. I might start incorporating some of these pieces in the YouTube layout as well. I like it because the phone screen is a little bit bigger and the color schemes more closely match my logo, which by the way, if you haven't checked out some of my merch already, the link is also down in the description. You can check out some cool t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, and mugs, all that good stuff. Gonna throw the Hydro Cannon here. It's a Swampert mirror match again, and this time I was actually able to successfully stack back-to-back Hydros. I do get the shield there. Again, we'll have to see what my team comp in the back is here. I might be rolling with the Snorlax and the Metagross again. Huge shield. I shielded up that Earthquake. And then my opponent switches into Machamp to catch this Hydro Cannon, But I'm totally fine with that because my back line... Oh man, I'm running double steel in the back. Double steel in the back, and there's still a Swampert. And I need to get rid of this Machamp. So I have to farm this all the way down and then throw energy onto the Swampert to try to burn that last shield or get rid of it. Able to farm it down. The fighting type damage only hits Metagross for a neutral because of the steel and psychic typing. It's actually a Magnezone in the back. This is really bad. I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake here. It does get shielded. But I'm in kind of a tough spot here because that Magnezone has some farmed energy. So I'm going to bring out my own Magnezone, and then I anticipated them switching, and they did. I'm able to land this Hydro Cannon on their Swampert and take it out. And then at this point, even if this is a mirror shot, this is definitely worth the shield, because it's going to do a lot of damage to that opposing Magnezone there. Apologies if you hear some noise in the background. The lawn care workers are always outside of my window every time I'm seeming to make a video. Hopefully it's not too loud. They are really going to town with that leaf blower there. Okay, another Swampert mirror match here. So I'm still running Swampert in the lead. And as you can see, the CPs at the top there, my Swampert is for sure going to win CMP. Mine is 100% IV maxed out, and you can see the CP of 2974 there. It looks like my opponent's Swampert is not fully maxed out. They did just get a free mud shot there though, and so that could definitely potentially flip this matchup here. They're still very overfarmed on energy. They go straight for the Hydro Cannon again. And I'm going to be able to win CMP here. That is going to be able to take out the Swampert there. Okay, Togekiss comes out. And assuming that I'm... Okay, I got way too greedy there, trying to go for the Sludge Wave. Not great, but I do have Magnezone that's going to be able to lock onto this Togekiss. At this point in time, I was still running Flash Cannon on my Magnezone. I still would not recommend that. It is a nice surprise, but I think Mirror Shot gives it bait potential and some closer wins when you just need a little bit of chip damage there at the end. I do shield up that Wild Charge. This is really, really bad for me because Gyarados is going to get melted by this. But I wanted to chip it down as much as possible. The Wild Charge obviously one-shots me. And then I'm able to spark it down, and then I should be able to double Wild Charge to this Togekiss, and that'll be the game there. And this Wild Charge is for sure going to be able to take out that Togekiss there. Good game. I think as we go on here, I start to... Okay, I'm still leading Swampert here, but we definitely start getting into some team comps where I keep like Swampert in the back sometimes. Swampert into Garchomp. This is not a favorable matchup for Swampert. But if for some reason I call a Sand Tomb bait like I do right there, it does make it a better scenario for me. But honestly, I'm pretty sure Garchomp can just go straight Outrage and win this matchup. But I need to chip down this Garchomp as much as possible. Because again, I think I have the double steal in the back again in this lineup. We'll have to see. The Outrage is for sure going to take me out. I did get a shield in that matchup. Luckily, my Gyarados is running Dragon Breath here, so it's going to be hitting this Garchomp for super effective damage. They bait me with Sand Tomb, which absolutely sucks, but then they get their Gyarados switch locked against my Magnezone. This is essentially the dream scenario. I need to overfarm here as much as possible. I'm going to throw the Wild Charge right here. And I get a shield, and I'm not able to get to that Wild Charge, which really sucks. Now I have to throw this Aqua Tail. I still have a shield. Aqua Tail's enough to take out the Gyarados. And it's a Togekiss in the back. So this is a huge bummer. This is where Waterfall Gyarados would definitely have a little bit more play because that Dragon Breath damage is double resisted. Aqua Tail does do some nice chip damage, but honestly having that Waterfall damage would have really helped here. But then it wouldn't have been as favorable against the Garchomp. So at this point I just let it go because I know it's game over. Good games there, and they got the boost at the end. Oh my gosh. Swampert into Garchomp again. Okay. They might have just ran the same team against me here. I was battling a lot of different people and just trying to try out some different team comps for Swampert here. I overfarmed a whole bunch. I'm almost capped out on 100 energy right here. So the Hydro Cannon does go through. They did land the Outrage, which is definitely how you should play this. If you're in the Garchomp's position, you can just go straight Outrage, and that should be a pretty clean-cut win there. And the Sand Tomb takes me out. I'm really hoping I can Dragon Breath down the Garchomp before it gets to Sand Tomb, and I'm able to do it. Oh, I have the different Gyarados this time. This is actually a Shundo Gyarados, which is kind of cool. And I think it is running Hydro Pump. But this is really bad. Oh man, Mud Slap, Rhyperior. Not great at all. I go for the Flash Cannon, and the Flash Cannon does connect, which is cool. Like, that's a nice surprise, but unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to let this go because this Gyarados, like, is gonna get melted by that Togekiss. But I will go for the Hydro Pump, and I think that my opponent is just very kind here and lets me win because the Hydro Pump goes through, and then I'm able to Dragon Breath them down. They just let me win. They could have easily won that, but they probably felt bad that I was hard countered so much. Good game. Okay, Swampert into Dragonite is not great. So this is where I'm running Swampert, Snorlax, Magnezone. I'm going to use Snorlax as my safe swap here. It's still running Body Slam and Super Power. Super Power for the Steel types, and as well as the Snorlax Mirror Match there. And out comes Magnezone. Obviously, if I can land a Super Power here, it's going to do massive damage. It does get shielded, which is not great. This Wild Charge is definitely going to be enough to take me out at this range because I debuffed myself. But now Swampert's going to be able to get on this Magnezone, and Magnezone is really not able to do hardly anything to Swampert. Wild Charge is resisted, does a decent chunk. But these Mud Shots are double super effective, so I'm going to farm this thing all the way down. I still survive a Wild Charge from this range. And I need some stored energy to throw a Sludge Wave at that Dragonite that's most likely going to be coming back in. It is. Sludge Wave does like 45% damage to Dragonite, so just under half. Now I'm going to switch into my Magnezone, and it's a Metagross in the back, but my Magnezone is up in shields. So this is a pretty favorable scenario. I think I was one spark short of building up to back-to-back Wild Charges there. Whatever this is, I'm going to shield, even though I know it's going to be a Meteor Mash bait the whole time. This is where having Mirror Shot would be so nice, because I could just throw a Mirror Shot here, but I'm going to farm this all the way down, and then double Wild Charge, and that should be the game. Even if Dragonite is able to sneak in a potential Dragon Claw in between these Wild Charges, which they might. Oh man, okay. I actually was able to catch this Dragon Claw here, which is pretty amazing. Because I cleared my defense drop, and now that just guarantees that the Dragon Claw won't be able to take out my Magnezone. That's great. Good game there. Swampert lead again into Magnezone. Best possible scenario here. And they mirror with their own Swampert, so I'm going to throw a Hydro Cannon first, and then see what I have in the back. I might have the Snorlax still in this line. I do, so I'm going to bring out the Snorlax. The lick damage plus one Body Slam will be enough here, and then I'll actually be able to lick it down, farm it down at the end. So pretty good scenario. I get way too greedy here, so at this point I have to overfarm even more, and they land an Earthquake on me, which is absolutely horrible. And they still have so much residual energy, which is insane. I don't even know how that happened, but really not good for me. Horrible counting. I went down a shield. I went down a shield in that matchup and absolutely did not need to. So really bad play. Out comes Magnezone. It's going to spark me down. Luckily, I have Swampert. That is a really solid response to it. I actually bring in my own Magnezone here to mirror. I should have just let my Snorlax go down. This was a mistake. Because now, the fact that they're keeping this in, if there's a Dragonite in the back, I'm in a world of hurt here. So it looks like I'm going to put all my faith in my... Oh, it's a Togekiss, and I'm barely not able to get to that Wild Charge. Really bad for me. I should have just let my Snorlax go down, because my Snorlax essentially has no use at this point. This Togekiss did have an energy advantage, so I'm going to bait with the Hydro Cannon, but I might just go straight Hydro Cannon here. because that does not get shielded, so definitely going to go straight Hydro Cannon. They don't sneak an extra charm in there, which is really good. I get the last shield, and then I switch into Snorlax to catch a move, which is pretty awesome. Don't have to use the shield, but they undercharge it and then farm more. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be able to get to another Hydro Cannon here. They actually bring out Magnezone, and then I'm able to farm it down. Now I just get to a Sludge Wave, and this is going to guarantee the win here. They try to catch a move on their Magnezone, and that actually allowed me to farm more and solidify that, because Hydro Cannon might have been barely not enough. So very close game there. Good games. Oh my gosh. Hydreigon, really bad. Oh man, this is like the spiciest team ever. Hydreigon and then a best buddy, Hundo Steelix. Steelix in Master League really does not have that much play, unfortunately. Let's see, is this a Heavy Slam right here? Because this is pretty hilarious. Yeah, Heavy Slam does like nothing to Snorlax. Pretty crazy. So again, I'm just going to no shield this and see how much damage this stuff does. It's an Earthquake. That does do a more respectable amount of damage, but I'm just going to go straight Body Slam here, trying to bait out a shield. They are not shielding at all. So now I will throw the Superpower. I almost have 2 Superpowers stored here. They let the Steelix go. So I have regained Switch, but I think I have Metagross in the back. Which is actually going to kind of struggle against Hydreigon because it has access to Dark Pulse. I do get a shield. I get farmed down. Not great. The Sludge Wave from Swampert will at least be hitting for some neutral damage here. So I actually bring out Swampert. I bring out Swampert anticipating that there might be a Togekiss or something in the back. Kind of interesting. It's actually a Milotic in the back running Dragon Tail. And I'm actually watching my reaction from the live stream here. It's hilarious because I was totally blown away by this team comp. This is just going to be a Surf. It's going to do a decent chunk though. Going to build up to a Sludge Wave and then switch out. These Surfs are really going to add up, unfortunately. I stored the Sludge Wave for the Hydreigon in the back. Man, I believe it only takes 4 Dragon Tails to get to Surf. Dragon Tail is a 10 energy move, I believe, and Surf is a 40 energy cost charge move. I land the Meteor Mash on the Hydreigon, that's huge. And then they probably let this go and then farm down with Milotic. That would be a play, but they're actually going to shield it. And they're not able to farm me down, which is huge. At this point, I should have just swapped. Should have just swapped into Swampert right there and thrown the Sludge Wave to guarantee that I got the win, but we're still able to take that. That was an unbelievably spicy team. Looks like we have one more battle here in the video. Swampert into Snorlax. Now, I'm assuming in Master League, this is actually a favorable matchup for Snorlax, just because of how much bulkier it gets in Master League when it gets to maximize its stats there. But as you can see, the Hydro Cannons do really add up. I shield up that Body Slam. I thought it was going to be a potential like Skull Bash or something, but I did get baited. And at this point, this Hydro Cannon should be enough to KO. Looks like they're totally just going to... Oh, the Snorlax survives with 1 HP. That is absolutely insane. Wow, that's definitely a favorable matchup for Snorlax in even shielding scenarios. Definitely favorable for Snorlax there. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to get to the Sludge Wave here, so I'm just going to do some chip damage with Hydro Cannon. Yeah, it would have been very close. Now, luckily, I'll be able to bring out Metagross here, and that Dragonite for sure is in Meteor Mash range. I'm probably going to get Hurricaned, so I might have to even commit my last shield here, but I still don't know what's in the back. If it's a Togekiss, I need to preserve this Metagross. It's a Hyper Beam. Oh my gosh. And then out comes a Sharpedo. I've never gone up against a Sharpedo in Master Premier. This was a big surprise. I shield up the Crunch. And then Body Slam is probably going to do enough to take this thing out because it's so glassy. But this was a crazy last game. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know what you think of the Swampert team. Some of them worked out pretty well. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.